Hey guys, I have purposefully waited about a week since the rally in Virginia to just kind of see what played out from it. And I want to discuss, what we saw, um, what we didn't see, and where do we go from there. So, what we did see was a good show of force go out for that. There were tens of thousands showed up, armed civilians, to make a point, and everything went off good. No violence. Even left the streets clean. uh, Everybody banding together, and that's great. That is great. But what we didn't see is that was a lobby day. I've seen all kinds of reports, showing pictures of the crowds, videos, um, different media twist on it, and everything. Pictures of people inside the fenced area, right there at the Capitol building. I've not seen the first reports of anyone that actually got to lobby a a politician there, a legislator. Were there even any there? I've not even heard reports of that. Have heard reports that the governor wasn't, that him and possibly some others were setting that out and hiding, because of fear of violence. But I have not seen the first report of anybody lobbying. I don't know, guys. If you have, comment below, post a link. Uh, Facebook's been covered up for a week over, all the pictures and videos and articles on it and everything, and no word of anybody actually talking to a legislator. um, so, along with, showing a show of force there and some of what weaponry that the public has and everything, that was just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of people out there have a lot of tools at their disposal. uh, we also got to look at what the government has, what they showed. I did not see an overwhelming force. If that was what they could muster for uh, tens of thousands of armed citizens being there, upset about something, then uh, that's it's pretty weak. Um, but we did see that they have technology and media on their side. Um, the whole propaganda machine, and that's gonna that be the key thing, is that mainstream media and propaganda machine working against the public. Um, the technology there, they had the ability there that they could have jammed signals at any time. If things had went sideways, you, any of us that were watching live would have probably just seen the screens go blank. That's how you would know if something was popping off, is everything would be cut off. So it would be important to, if you attend things like this, or if you're in an area where there's something like that happening, going down, I think there would be a a really good place for within your group to have somebody that's on like reconnaissance, that's not just to go in prior to a situation and look it over, but somebody that's there armed with cameras, that, yeah, you might not be able to get a signal out, but if you can get a person out with footage, recordings of what's happening, what's going down, then that would tell the public, the truth. Something that you could get to an independent media source or try to get posted yourself or pass around. When you think about that, think about this. This is just a little story of something that I noticed happened one time. I was visiting a loved one in the hospital who was sick. Oftentimes, you can take pictures with people in the hospital and everything, and it's no big deal. But there was one particular incident that I was talking with this person's family member on Messenger, and they wanted to see them. They were in another state. So I just decided, well, shoot, I'll snap a picture real quick and send to them. And it wouldn't do it. I thought, well, that's weird, And then I thought, well, maybe it's where I'm on Messenger. What I'll do, I thought, is I'll get off of that completely offline, and I'll just snap a picture and save it to my phone. Then I'll go back online and I'll send it. That wouldn't work either. It would not allow that picture. They had something turned on in that hospital at the time that would stop me from taking this digital picture. So it would probably be a good idea to, as a backup, have some type of film camera. You may, or an older type VHS style camcorder, something that's going to record the tape. A Polaroid camera. Have a couple different things at somebody's disposal that they could get some kind of footage or photos and get them out of an area. And I mean, don't just have that person armed with cameras, because I mean, there's a possibility that you'd have to, if things were bad, you'd have to fight your way out. But that's a good idea. It's not all about weaponry. There's the information side of things, the intel, and you might ought to consider that for events. Have people there that are, just in case, don't use up all your space, all your data, all your film on just getting the crowd, when everything's good. Have something that's ready that you can get some kind of footage, pictures, sound recordings, anything that you could get, and get that person out of the area and get it out to the rest of the country. And that was just something that had crossed my mind. And, something else that we saw during that is, even though there was this large show of force, armed citizens right there surrounding the Capitol, once they were gone, they went right back to what they were doing. They started passing their laws, from what I've seen, and that shows you that's what they're intent on doing. And since that time, I've seen something pop up about red flag laws being introduced in Tennessee. This is going into states that you would never have thought it would have went into. Georgia, Tennessee, here in Kentucky. We have a rally coming up the 31st of this month here in Kentucky. I'm going to try and get to that if I can. These are some things that you need to be getting together with some of your buddies and that are going to attend functions like this and discuss, the what ifs. But it's just something for you guys to think on. Until next time, guys, remember to keep your head on a swivel, practice whatever you want to be good at, and question everything.